92.7 when you're not. Actually, it's 105.5 at AM 1240 today. Video stream is at mbr.org. We're in the middle of the pregame show here. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley getting you ready for action in the Northern A quarterfinals. Winner of this one will actually go to play Wyndham next week.
Yep. At Wyndham.
At Wyndham, because the winner of last night's game between Oxford Hills and Edward Little
at Portland
will be at Portland on Friday night. And that winner was Oxford Hills, won their first home playoff game in a long, long while, Coach. Were you coaching there the last time they had a home playoff game?
We did not have playoffs back then.
Okay. Well, then that would be a little while after that then.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yep.
But another thriller last night between Edward Little and Oxford Hills. This time Oxford Hills came out on top 26-20 in overtime. Do those two teams ever not play a close game in anything?
Boy. Well, it was decided in the last 10 seconds during the regular season, wasn't it?
It was the last play of the game,
Last play of the game,
yeah. So they've had a couple of good ones here.
Yep.
Rain is considerably picked up here. So, yes, Oxford Hills will be taking on Portland Friday night. You'll be able to listen to that game on Maine's Big Z 92.7. There'll be a 6:30 pregame. They'll be live from Fitzpatrick. There'll be a rematch from September 24th when Oxford Hills was at Portland.
That was a good game. That was I was there, and I can tell you that Oxford Hills I think was just discovering that two-headed monster.
What's the difference between a high school team in week 3 or 4 as compared to week 1 of the playoffs?
Oh, so many things. You know, injuries are a big thing. Either guys coming back or you've lost guys. People have had a chance to see all kinds of tapes and all kinds of looks at the team they're playing. So they get some great tendencies. They get formation, field position, down and distance tendencies. And it becomes really quite a chess game. It really does.
Talking with Coach Mike Haley. It's Matt Boutwell. Mike Haley with you here. Central Maine Community College Game of the Week. And Cheverus has won the toss. They've elected to receive. There'll be a national anthem here momentarily. So we will take a very quick break on the radio side of things. It is the Game of the Week. Central Maine Community College Hammer Lumber Game of the Week. Northern A quarterfinals. Lewiston Cheverus at a rainy Bola Stadium in Portland will be back in 3 minutes.
All right, perfect.
On the video side of things, of course, the video is presented by OA. Ortho Access Clinic is open on Sewell Street in Portland, and that is open 6 days a week. Sprains, strains, or any other type of pains. Again, find them online at orthoaccess.com.
About 30 seconds.
Welcome back on the video side of things. It's Sunday River Brewing Company pregame show. Donuts, beer, all sorts of food. They're open 7 days a week starting at 6 a.m. on the Sunday River Access Road in Bethel. Find them online at Sunday River Brewing Company. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley with you here.
Stand by.
On the video side of things, you can find that at mbr.org. On the radio side of things, if you're driving around, 105.5 in LA, AM 1240.
Go.
Welcome back on the radio side of things. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Lewiston will be kicking off, going right to left on your radio dial. You already know that if you're on the video stream, of course. The video stream can be found at mbr.org. Rylan Benedict is back deep for Cheverus, but he will not get a chance to field it as that kick is going to bounce out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. We'll see if Lewiston just re-kicks it 5 yards back or if they'll just take it with the 5 yards.
Take it at 35. At the 35.
At the 35. So there we are. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley with you here. Tyler Farnham on the camera.
Gonna make him re-kick.
Might as well.
Yeah. Talk about field position early.
This is going to be a field position game early, too.
I think it will be.
I don't want to jinx anything, Coach Haley, but the wind doesn't seem to be too strong coming
Oh,
off the bay
boy,
right
Matt,
now.
don't start.
I know. I'm already starting.
You know where we are, right by the bay.
I
That's
know.
bound to come off pretty soon.
Should be better than that. Kick is away. Attempt at fielding it, and it's now going to be picked up by number 34, Finn Colley.
Okay.
He's going to keep
yes,
his
sir.
balance. That's actually going to be Griffin Watson who takes it down the left sideline, inside the 25 and down to the 21-yard line, and a flag down. I believe that's going to be a face mask or a late hit.
48-yard return.
Good start for Cheverus here as we're just underway at Bola Stadium.
Boy, talk about field position. Here we go. Look at this.
Dominic Casal tried to field it, and it went off his hands. It kind of reminded me of the tip drill that Lewiston was running before the game, where they were, tipping it back. And
personal foul, Cheverus.
Oh.
Oh,
no, they're calling
against
it against
the Devils.
Lewiston.
Sorry.
That'll be half the distance to the goal line. So Cheverus gets started at the Lewiston 11-yard line, going left to right on your radio dial. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley with you here. They got started just a little bit early today, probably trying to get this game going as quickly as they could. 1st and 10.
Got two tights and a wing right with the eye.
Jack Casal's going to hand that off to Benedict, and he is going to get caught in the backfield, and that's a nice play by number 45, Mike Harris. Really good tackle by him to actually stay in there and hold on to Benedict's leg, which, quite frankly, is not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No kidding. No kidding.
He'd be one of those guys if he ever got into an argument with somebody. Like, I wouldn't be the guy that tried to hold him back. I'd be like, no, I tried. I gave it a shot.
Wing left this time. I wing left.
Hand off to
That's
the
a
up
trap.
back, and the little wham play is going to get down to the 1-yard line there. Max Coffin right down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's the old trap, Matty, that we talked about last week. Remember during the game, who did they play last week we saw?
Wyndham.
Yeah, and they were running this trap once in a while, but and it goes like this once in a while. They're going to bring the chains in, see how much they gained.
They went to it fairly early here because on the first play, got the deep back Benedict got snuffed out. So I wonder if they kind of went with the up back there just to catch him, and they sure did. He almost got into the end zone. And it's
inches to go for first down.
Third and short for a first down, and 3rd and about 1 if you want to get into the goal. If you want to get into the end zone, just underway here at Bola Stadium in Cheverus. No score between Cheverus and Lewiston, but Cheverus driving early thanks to a long kickoff return to start the game. Clock ticking with 11 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Took the ball over at their own 11.
And Casal's going to keep it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Stags. 10:48 remaining in the first quarter. Lewiston down 6-0.
Well, that was a given. Wedge. That's what we say, Matt.
That's rainy weather football right there, Coach.
That's the simplest play in the playbook is the wedge.
And they didn't do anything toss-wise, anything silly.
Nope.
Everything was a straight handoff.
Pretty basic stuff.
When weather like this, that'll happen, and Lewiston's going to jump off sides here on the extra point attempt. 10:48 remaining in the first quarter, 6-0 Cheverus.
They go for 2 now.
2 penalties already on Lewiston. We're not even a minute and 12 seconds into the game yet.
Oh, they're not.
Perrin Conant will be holding.
Good kick.
Kick is away, and the kick is good. Chandler Hardigan puts it through the uprights. 7-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston. We'll be right back at the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week.
All righty, 30 seconds.
Video stream presented by OA. Visit their Ortho Access Clinic at 33 Sewell Street today. Open 6 days a week. Find them online at orthoaccess.com. Thanks for tuning into the Sunday River Brewing Company pregame show. Remember, they're open 7 days a week starting at 6 a.m. with the freshest donuts around. That's right, donuts. Donuts and beer? Can't go wrong with that. Sunday River Brewing Company in Bethel. I'm not wrong on that.
Every
right, Coach?
time I hear that commercial, I think of you, Matt.
Stand by.
That's good.
Because I know you'd sample that. I know you would.
Multiple times.
And go.
Welcome back. It's Central Maine Community College MBR, the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Video stream is at mbr.org. Video stream is brought to you by OA. Cheverus is on the board early, 7-0.
Both teams have shot kicks.
That
On
kick-
purpose, I think.
That kick is away. It's going to be fielded by Hunter Landry. And he's going to go left to right and right to left and end up down at about the 24-yard line. It looks like where the line judge will mark him.
Gained about 30 yards east and west.
He certainly did.
About 1 yard forward.
They don't give you the east and west
No.
yardage on the stat sheet.
No,
You know?
not usually.
Imagine if they put an odometer on your shoes
Oh,
for those
boy.
games. I'd be amazed to see what folks actually used.
Be quite a lot for some people.
I feel like it would be.
Yeah. Lewiston's showing that spread formation. Pistol.
They're going to pass
Oh,
it, and that's
boy.
going to be incomplete. Belanger tried to run with it before he caught it. Cortez goes out to see him and get the call. Tanner Cortez is in at quarterback to start. 6-foot sophomore. Goes back into the huddle and calls a play. Lewiston in the white uniforms, blue numbers. Numbers on the side of the helmet. I like the numbers on the side of the helmet. That way nobody gets confused on what their helmet is. That'll be a handoff up the middle. That's going to gain some yardage.
Who's that?
Nice play there. It's Gordon Beckwith.
Oh, that was Beckwith. Sorry.
There's not a lot of difference
No,
between the two of them.
no,
is there?
not that's for sure. The number's different. That's
They
about
run
it.
very similarly, though.
Yeah.
Past the 30 out to about the 31.5-yard line. Make it 3rd and 3. This is a manageable third down, big third down here for Lewiston. You're down 7-0. You've been down here before. Things have never really gone well here at Cheverus. You do not want to leave on a quick 3-and-out here to start.
Pistol formation again. That's Poussard now.
That is Poussard, and he is not going to get anything. He's going to lose a couple, actually. He'll get stopped at the 30-yard line, and Lewiston is going to have to punt. 9:50 remaining in the first quarter. Cheverus leads the Blue Devils 7-0 in the Northern 8 quarterfinals. That play didn't seem to have a chance from the start, Coach.
No, it sure didn't. They knew that one was coming.
Cortez back to punt. Low snap. Kick is a little low, but that might actually work to Lewiston's advantage here because there will be no return. And that will roll out inside the 42. But Cheverus will start off a solid field position at their own 42-yard line. Going left to right on your radio dial. 9:15 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Stags.
34-yard punt.
About all you can ask in weather like this.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Tough to kick a heavy,
Yes, it is.
a wet, heavy ball.
Yes, it is. Can't get that good spin, that good spiral on it.
But what about the PSI, Coach? How is the PSI in these situations? Does that maybe fall below 12.5? Is that? Oh wait, sorry. That's at the other
Oh,
level that they
my.
worry about
Oh,
that. I
my.
apologize. I wasn't sure.
What a memory, huh?
Yeah, it was a nice rainy, cold day.
Hey, what a memory.
Benedict still the deep back. Handoff to Benedict. He goes off the right side and is going to get upended there. Nice tackle by Sean O'Donnell. And gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. The voice of the Stags, Mark Maloney, you hear in the background on the PA. PA system here seems to be working really well today. No feedback, no craziness. The warm-up CD, though, once again, did not make it through the warm-ups.
Nope.
Coffin on that quick hitter, and once again, successful up into Lewiston territory and down to the 41-yard line.
This is the play they scored on right here.
That was a play that they had a lot of success with last week against Wyndham, and they, once Wyndham figured it out, kind of snuffed out their offense a little bit. But so far, Lewiston has not been able to stop that one. Max Coffin with another big run here for the Stags.
12-yard
First down.
run.
I think he's up to 22 yards rushing already.
Yep.
Casal breaks the huddle, goes back to the line. Watson's out to the right. Kind of a blocking formation. Handoff to Coffin again. That was more of a straight handoff to Coffin, who's in the full pack position. He falls forward to the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Just a reminder, you can find all the scores from all the playoff action over at mbr.org, Maine's best resource for sports. This is where the video stream is happening today. You can also find all the audio streams there as well for all the games here during the playoffs.
Staying in that 2 tights with the wing and the eye.
They have not deviated from that so far, Coach.
Right. They moved the wing from left to right.
They go to a pitch to the right side, and that's going to be strung out as Benedict gets hauled down. Gordon Beckwith was in on that, along with Sean O'Donnell on the tackle for the Blue Devils. Nice play there. It's actually going to be a loss of 2, and it's going to make it 3rd and 9.
Beck was pulling double duty today.
A lot of guys do that.
Yep.
That's why injuries are such a big deal.
Yeah, you're good athletes, so you got to put your best athletes out there.
3rd and long. Casal's going to hand it off to Coffin up the middle, but he's going to get upended just shy of the first down. O'Donnell with another tackle on the score sheet is going to set up a 4th and short. And I would venture to say that Cheverus is probably going to go for this.
They're in the 4-down zone here.
They got to get down to the 33-yard line. They're just outside the 34. 6 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The clock is ticking. Cheverus leads early 7-0 on a rainy Saturday afternoon at Bola Stadium. I don't think the 50-50 is going to be as high as it's normally been here today. I'm just going to make that.
That's a pretty good guess.
I feel confident in that.
Wing right. No, it's power eye now.
Casal going to try to catch him off sides.
They'll be coming to this side.
They're going to call timeout.
Yeah.
They did try to get the Blue Devils to go off sides. Blue Devils didn't fall for it. We'll come back in 30 seconds on radio. I'll take a quick break. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week.
Alrighty.
That was the first time that they broke the eye wing formation. They went power eye instead, and it looked like they might have been looking at a belly or a rip to the power eye side. We'll find out. They'll come back out with it, I'm sure.
When I saw that, I could already tell that they might be trying to take advantage of the Blue Devils' youthful exuberance.
They're going to punt it.
Stand by. I'm going to use the bathroom after this, so I'll be right back. And go.
Welcome back.
No, they're not going to. Yes, they are going to punt it.
And Cheverus is not going to go for this. They're going to punt it. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Video stream is on MBR, and that's presented by OA.
They want to pin them right down deep.
It's a battle of field position. We talked about it, and that's going to be a nice punt. It's going to roll. It's going to roll, and it's going to stop right at the 1-yard line. What a nice play by Griffin Watson.
Yes, it was.
Matthew Slater-like on the special teams play there, and Lewiston's going to start off in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Lewiston hasn't had much of a look at the the football field this first part of the game. Looking at the wrong end of it.
Down 7-0, 6:03 remaining here in the first quarter.
See, this is when, for my money, this is when the spread is a tough thing to be into. I'd like to see that center, that guy under the center. Too many chances for fumbles.
It's going to be a nice run there.
Poussard.
He's going to break some
Ooh,
tackles
boy.
there as Poussard, you're right, Coach, gets out and gets them some breathing room past the 5. They're going to mark him just shy of the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2. Nice, tough run there by the Devils, and this could start off with a nice statement drive.
Hope so. Like to see some nice offensive football for a change.
Rain comes down. So the man in motion, Belanger, to the right.
Poussard again.
That'll be Poussard again. He's going to get enough for the first down up to the 15-yard line, out close to the 16. Gain of 5. Definitely, if nothing else happens on this drive, Coach, at least you can say you got it from out in your own range. But there's a flag down way off to the side here.
Oh, boy.
Wonder if there's going to be
Going against Lewiston.
a legal procedure, and
Yeah.
it will be. That'll be their 3rd penalty so far, and none of these penalties have been beneficial to the Blue Devils.
Sure haven't. That negated 2 great runs by Poussard. I told you I had EL Lewiston last Friday, and Poussard had a great game in that game. He really ran well. He's off to a pretty good start today.
$5:14 remaining in the first quarter. Cheverus
Come on, boys, get that right.
leads
Let's go.
7-0. They're going to move Lewiston back now inside the 5-yard line.
Boy.
He's 2nd and about 7. Cortez in the backfield sends a man in motion. That'll be Beckwith. Cortez going to keep it himself, and he's going to safety to the end zone.
Yep.
Just when you thought things were going okay for the Blue Devils, the skies opened, and then the Stags open up their defense right there in the end zone. Is now 9-0 Cheverus on the sack.
Oh, boy.
Anthony Perrone was in there. Connor Gallardo. Also, Bob Hulzacker was in there as well.
This is, to me, Matty, you've heard me say this before. This is the worst thing that can happen to you when you're playing football, is to get a safety. Because you lose 2 points, plus you lose the ball, plus you have to kick off from the 20. That could. What else could happen?
What else could possibly go wrong?
Boy, I'm telling you.
Not to start Lewiston hope for here. Now, the last time these two teams played, Cheverus got off to a quick start. Lewiston got back into it.
Yep.
What similar start to this one for Lewiston? Or?
It is. Lewiston has had a tendency to start slow, but Cheverus has done a great job in field position. Remember, we talked to it right from the beginning. When they made him kick over again, that was the start of it.
Say this: the rain definitely keeps people from being in front of us and walking in front of the camera. Coach Haley, I gotta say that is one perk.
That's a help.
Kick is away, and that'll be Watson again. And he's looking for another big return, and he's going to get into Lewiston territory inside the 40 down to the 38.
23 yards.
Griffin Watson, who had the big return to start the game for Cheverus, has another decent return, and Cheverus once again has solid field position. They're up 9-0, 4:53 remaining in the first quarter, and the Lewiston defense here, if you're a Blue Devils fan, has got to step up here much like they did on the last drive, maybe even force a turnover here as well to get their offense in better field position. Casal and the Stags break the huddle. They're going to go with an I formation, 2 receivers, one to the left, one to the right. Benedict, the deep back. Coffin, the up back. He's going to take the run. That's Coffin up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. Gets the clock running here with 4:30 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, sure has.
Really is amazing how the rain immediately turned on as soon as the game started. Like immediately. Like as soon as they were like, hey, let's start warming up. It's like, whoop, there it is.
They knew.
Coffin again.
Coffin again.
On the fullback trap up to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. Got to get to the just inside the Lewiston 29-yard line for a first down. Try to keep you updated on some of the other games that are going on today. There are quite a few of them flowing around out there.
Well, you know, this is a different method of attacking by Cheverus. I haven't seen Coffin in the spotlight quite as much as he is today. But they're taking what they can get, taking what they're going to give them.
3rd and short. Benedict deep back. He's going to get more than enough down to the 20 for a first down. O'Donnell on the tackle, along with Harris, who was on that. Lewiston's down 9-0 to the Cheverus Stags. Touchdown and a safety difference in this one right now. 3:29 remaining in the first quarter. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley with you here at Bola Stadium. Casal under center. Waits for the snap. Handoff.
They got it this time. That was a trap again.
That was the trap play to Coffin and gained about a half yard, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. They're going to mark it right at the 20-yard line, so we'll just call it 2nd and 10.
Well, you know, Matt, I'm glad we're not sitting out in this.
I'm very excited to not be sitting out in this. Casal back to pass, throws it, and that's going to be incomplete. That was intended for Dominic Casal, but Jack Casal's pass was just a hair behind him. Dominic did a good job there to reach back, but could not quite squeeze it. It's a wet pigskin today. Makes it 3rd and 10, 2:42 remaining in the first quarter. The one thing I feel bad about with the spectators today is they think they've beat this. Like, some of them have come down here, they've laid tarps down and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Which is great, but the problem is it's going to rain on the tarps, and that's going to run right on you.
Yep.
So there's no winning on this one.
No, there isn't.
If you didn't bring a tent today, you're probably going to get wet.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get wet.
High formation, again. That'll be Coffin again up to the 16-yard line. That'll make it 4th and about 6. See what they do with it here.
Ninth carry of the game for Coffin. So, like I said, that's a different person they're featuring today.
It's a lot more touches.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Casal back to pass, looking out to the right. Throws it up into the end zone, out of bounds, incomplete. And the Blue Devils turn Cheverus away on 4th down with 2:02 remaining in the first quarter. And will actually start off with not nearly as bad field position as they did on the last drive at their own 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
Down 9-0. They did find some room on the ground on the last drive until it was snuffed out due to a illegal procedure penalty. Be interesting to see if they go back to that and are able to continue to have success in this quagmire. They'll be at the 17-yard line, going right to left on your radio dial. Lewiston trailing Cheverus 9-0 here in the Northern 8 quarterfinals. Winner of this one will play at Wyndham, most likely on Friday night.
Been quite a lot of action at this end of the field here.
A lot of action this end of the field. Cortez still in at quarterback. He sends Belanger in motion. Handoff is going to be to Beckwith, and he's going to get out to the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Beckwith also a very good baseball player.
Oh, he is, huh?
He is. Now, those multi-sport athletes, those still exist, Coach. I don't know if you're aware of that. Few of those around there.
Few and far between now, though, nowadays.
Not as many. Clock ticking, 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. They send Beckwith in motion this time.
Back-
Handoff's going to be a
Poussard.
Poussard. And he is not going to gain anything. It's actually going to lose about a half a yard, and it's going to make it 3rd and long. Almost seems as though today, for both squads, that the quick hitters where the defenses don't have time to get set
Yeah.
are the plays that are being successful, because when the defense has a chance to get set there for a second and the deep back is going up to the line, both defenses are doing a good job of stopping it.
Yeah. Yeah, defense is digging in. That's for sure. They have to on a field like this.
Lewiston's
quite
going
a
to shift.
shift.
They're going to go 5 wide here. Cortez all by himself.
Trips on the far side.
Flag is down, and that pass is going to be intercepted.
That's a tip drill.
That'll be a legal procedure, but Benedict is going to get the interception off the tip. Good play there by Benedict, and even better play there by number 33. That was Kieran Conley,
Yeah.
who put his right arm up in the air and tipped it.
Nice job.
You knew as soon as they did the shift there was going to be some type of illegal procedure there, and there was. But that is all for naught now. Cheverus will decline that penalty, and Lewiston, once again, back on defense, this time after a turnover. 9-0 Cheverus, 33.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
This is a tough day to pass in, Matt. I can tell you that.
I feel like it's a tough day to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a tough day to toss. I feel like it'd be a tough day to kick.
Passing is takes the beating today.
Going back to that tight formation, they're going to go
There's a
back to
trap
Coffin
again.
as well, and that's going to gain about 1. And then you're going to get a flag thrown late. Late from the sidelines, too, which was interesting. See if this flag's on Cheverus, or if it's just a warning for being too close. It's just a sideline warning, it looks like. So that flag will be picked up.
It's an. Oops. Sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't mean that one. Sorry.
Right, yeah, a little too close to the line there. We're not used to the field. Eventually, you'll just be able to say, "Hey, it looks like the field's flooded, so I can't tell if that's a sideline or not." You can get away with that.
Yeah. I think the sideline's probably burnt right in though.
At this point, I'd say
Yeah.
it is.
This is wing T this time.
2nd and long. Benedict off the sweep. He's going to run out the first quarter, and he's going to get tackled inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Cortez and O'Donnell on the tackle for the Devils. Not the start the Blue Devils wanted here in the first quarter, but so far hanging tough against Cheverus. They lead. Cheverus leads 9-0. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. We'll be back in 1 minute on 105.5 and AM 1240.
You know, Benedict is quite the runner.
He's quite a tough guy.
He's a load.
Hold on, you need a napkin here? I got a couple of napkins.
I don't know what we got to do.
There's a napkin. I want to thank the sponsors for this game, as always. We're in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. You can visit them online at mechanicsavings.com. Also have to stay tuned for the collision of the game, brought to you by Moody's Collision Center. Moody's 11 locations in Maine. You better take it to Moody's, online at moodyscollision.com. Also, timeouts brought to you by Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and Remain Radon Pro. Just one call. They do it all. Residential and commercial water treatment and radon mitigation. Find them online at affordablewatertreatmentofmaine.com. Welcome back on the radio end of things. We never left you on video. We never leave you on video. We're always here.
Third shot.
Everybody that was listening on video got to hear the guy who asked if I was the announcer guy, because that usually happens at least twice a game where I'm asked if I'm the announcer guy, and I'm like, no, I'm the radio announcer guy. Anything I say will not go to the field.
Yeah.
Cheverus leads Lewiston 9-0. We are just underway here in the second quarter. Cheverus now going right to left on your radio dial.
Look for sneak. Yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Nope.
And looks like they're going to
They're
pass
gonna
it here
go
on
for
3rd
it.
and short.
Oh.
And they got a man in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, 3 men there though.
Casal Went up against 3 guys and could not come down with it. Dominic Casal almost had it, but Des Jackson and a host of others were in there to help break that one up. Good defensive play there. They'll make it 4th and short. Not a bad play call there, though. I mean, it
No.
stops the clock at 11:53 remaining in the first half, but
Pretty
4th and
short.
short, you feel fairly confident on QB
Yeah,
sneak here, probably.
Pretty sure you can get that first down here. You think Lewiston might know that they're going to sneak on this one, Matty?
I feel like they should.
Yeah.
We'll see. If not, coffin on a trap. But I don't think that's going to be the case here.
Certainly crowding up in there. No, they snuck it.
Casal's going to fall forward. And Jack Casal will get enough for a first down. More than enough for a first down. He's actually going to get down to the 15-yard line. Gain of 3. One of those low submarine sort of runs there. That's what they mean when they talk about low center of gravity. Sal goes back to the sidelines. A lot of coaches, a lot of players, a lot of coaches, a lot of players going to the sidelines to get their play calls still. Tie-dye formation. Benedict will go off to the left. Waits for running room inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line, gain of 2.
You know,
Gets the clock rolling.
this is a different formation that they're running the sweep from, and I don't know why. They're getting out of the I and going to the wing T, and that means that Benedict lines up over the opposite tackle instead of over the center. So, but if they feel that that's what they want, how they want to run it out of, I don't know why, but they are. This is your power I.
2nd and 8.
Yeah, here he
Benedict
goes.
out of that power I, inside the 5.
That doesn't surprise me right there.
More than enough for a first down, I
Yeah.
believe. Actually, they're not even going to bother measuring it. They're just going to put the, the markers down. We're done here. It's like dropping the microphone. You know, just drop it. 9-0 Cheverus with the lead. They got an early touchdown run, and then they got a safety in the end zone. After it looked like Lewiston had avoided danger being pinned at their own 1, but a legal procedure penalty pushed them back to the 5. And
Because a six play drive, they're going on the 7th play here. You're back to the I, double tight.
Jack Cassell calls out the signals. He's going to
He's gonna
take it
keep it
himself
himself.
on the rollout, and he's going to dive for that pylon. Touchdown, Stags. He beat Des Jackson to the corner, and the Stags lead 15-0 now with 10:04 remaining in the first half. And looks like Cheverus has been able to impose their will so far on the Blue Devils here. I don't see any flags down. One of the Lewiston players is wearing yellow shoes that look exactly like flags, so I have to double check myself. Like, okay, it's a good. I think it's O'Donnell actually who's wearing the cleats that look like penalty flags. Hardigan will kick. Kick is down. Kick is good.
Almost blocked.
16-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston. We'll take a quick break. It's Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 105.5 and AM 1240. We continue with you here on the video side of things.
They mixed it up a little bit that time. They ran power I, all with 2 tight ends. They're not splitting it. They haven't split an end once today. Power I, wing T, and I. Just a straight I.
Par for the course, I think, for Cheverus so far.
Well, it's staying very basic, very much with what they know. No fancy stuff.
Correct. Welcome back. It's Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Maine's Big Z 105.5, AM 1240. Video stream is on mbr.org, and that's presented by OA. Find out more about their Ortho Access Clinic at orthoaccess.com. Kick is away by Chandler Hardigan. Skipped
Down
on the ground. Actually, I think he managed to pick that up before he went on the
He didn't
ground.
have he didn't have the ball in his hands when he
Didn't have
slipped.
the possession of it when he went down there. Hunter Landry. He gets it out past the 25 to the 27-yard line. 16-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston here with 9:58 remaining in the first half. We'll see what the Blue Devils can do here as Tanner Cortez in the offense comes out for the Blue Devils. This Blue Devils team has really advanced since week 1.
Sure have. Sure have. Yeah. They've perfected that spread a little bit.
That handoff is going to be to Poussard.
Out of the pistol.
And he's going to get up to the 30. Yeah, mark him at the 30-yard line. The 30, just on the other side of the 30-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Poussard's a workhorse, although Beckwith takes his turns too.
I wonder if at some point they're going to try to get the ball out in the open field.
You mean outside on a spread?
Outside to them, whether it's on a spread, short pass, something like that, so they can work the ball in the open field, open some things up. Because as you saw there, Poussard's run, that one didn't gain much. He got stuffed at the line, actually lost one. It'll be 3rd and 9. And Lewiston in another 3rd and long situation. Last time this happened, there was a turnover. So see what happens here.
By wide, do you mean, or open field, do you mean wide side or downfield?
I mean out by the sidelines, roughly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see folks running in the wide side of the field just because there's more room out there. But
as a shift again.
Now, let's see if they get a illegal procedure out of this, or if they do everything they're supposed to do. I don't see a flag in the air. This looks like they executed that. They're going to throw that up the middle. And what an unbelievable one-handed interception while being blocked by Ryland Benedict. That's one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen.
That's great. That's a great play.
Wow. Yeah. He was tangled up with Ed Turgeon on the line there. Ball gets thrown up, and not only does he intercept it with his left hand while he was blocking Turgeon with his right.
The ball was thrown too far. The screen was set up, but that should see what the reason they got this penalty. They call the illegal receiver downfield. Well, it was a screen, and if the ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage, the lineman can go down. But that time he overthrew it, and it went beyond the line. So now you got guys downfield. That's what you're penalized for.
Ryland Benedict. That play should be on Sports Center. Goodness. And he's going to take it here. He was able to just tuck that away. He didn't have to block anybody to get the football there. Handoff happens, and he gets down inside the 31-yard line, and already starting to get a little chippy out there. So officials are going to start talking to him. Get the players back on the same page. It is 16-0 Cheverus with the lead. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Northern A quarterfinals.
Boy, that was quite a play, wasn't it, huh?
That was a very good play.
Yeah.
I was just glad I got to see it because it was right in front of me there. Normally, it's something I'm blocked by.
Benedict again.
Benedict gets stuffed at the line there.
Two guys, 17 and 58.
Billy Shepperson and Sean O'Donnell. Sean O'Donnell, I feel like he's been in on every tackle so far.
That was a good tackle.
Normally, it's a bad thing when your safety's, doing a lot of stuff on the tackle side of the ledger, but he was up towards the line on that one. So that'll make it 3rd and about 6. 7:28 remaining. 16-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston.
Now they're splitting guys now. They got 2 splits. Flanker on one side, split out on the other with the eye.
Benedict, the deep back of the I formation. He's going to stay in to block. Casal's going to roll out. He's under pressure. He's going to go down the sidelines, try to get the first down, and I think he's going to be close. I think he stepped out right before.
That could have been a penalty right there. He got hit about 5 yards out of bounds.
They did not have an itchy. They did not have an itchy flag throw there. Like they didn't just.
No.
They didn't play hot potato with it.
No.
Like it was catching the waistline on fire, like happens with a lot of folks.
Oh boy, he stepped out of bounds way upfield. Stepped out of bounds about five yards out.
That'll be. Looks like it's going to be more than enough for a first down here. Actually, they're going to say he's short by about 3 or 4 inches there.
Yeah.
Look from here like it was on right, but couldn't quite keep the tiptoes in on the sideline there. Couldn't make that happen. 4th and short here for Cheverus. They got to get to about the 30-yard line.
Sneak.
Excuse me, the 25-yard line for a first down here. And Casal, sure enough, is going to sneak it, and he's going to get the first down. However, there is a flag down. So we'll see if that's going to be an illegal procedure penalty. If it does, that would push Cheverus back 5 yards.
Yep.
I can't imagine that's going to be a holding call. It could also be a offsides on Lewiston, too. So.
Yeah.
Going to go ahead and assume that's on
It's on
Lewiston. Is that unsportsmanlike?
Unsportsmanlike, yeah.
That'll be a 15-yarder.
Yeah.
Oof.
Boy.
And that'll bring it right down to the 11-yard line. That'll be the, I want to say the 6th penalty so far on Lewiston,
Yep.
and the second 15-yard penalty on them. They had one on the opening drive, which helped lead to the first Cheverus touchdown. 7:05 remaining in the first half. Cheverus leads 16-0 over Lewiston. Video stream for this game can be found at mbr.org.
Boy, Cheverus has completely dominated ball control here today. That's for sure.
Casal rolls out to his left, throws it into the end zone, incomplete. It was intended for Dominic Casal. And Dominic Casal could not track that down. Des Jackson on the coverage for the Blue Devils.
Same formation they had before. It's called an I pro set. You have a flanker to one side, split into the other I formation. And they're using that to throw out of. I'm kind of surprised at that, but what do we know?
That's how we call the games, right? That's what I always say.
Yeah.
That's why we call the games.
Yep.
I also don't typically, have to decide who plays and who doesn't. So that's always kind of a nice thing.
Oh, who gets the ball and who doesn't?
Correct.
Who throws it? Yeah.
Right.
Now they're in their wing T again.
And they're going to hand that off to Coffin, the up back, and he is going to get tripped up.
Trap again.
Which, if he doesn't get tripped up there, he's probably going to the end zone. I think O'Donnell was the one who tripped him up. Excuse me, no, that was Poussard who tripped him up there with the touchdown-saving tackle. That'll make it 3rd and a long 1. Got to get to the 3-yard line here for a first down. 6:10 remaining in the first half. 16-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston.
Back to the I now. No, power I. Watch the rip to the left.
And they go to the left, and that play is blown up. There's a fumble, and Casal will fall on it.
Good penetration, boy, right there.
That was very good penetration there by the Lewiston defense. O'Donnell was in on that, along with Harris, and that was actually 4th down.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I thought it was 3rd down as well.
I did too.
It was 4th down. I guess I should probably pay attention to the yard markers, so that's going to make it. No, that's 3rd down. That's not a turnover on downs. Don't ever, sometimes you can't listen to, don't listen to those around you. That was 3rd down, so on 4th down here, you'll have Hardigan in to kick. It's a 25-yarder. Field goes up, and
no
it's
good.
short. 16-0. Cheverus with the lead. 5:23 remaining here in the first half. Where is that coming from?
I don't know.
We're just looking at the leaking that's going on here.
I don't know. I don't know, but every now and then
Kind of weird. I don't
I
know
get a
how
little
that's
river coming out of there.
This rain has been a nice steady rain here. For the last
Sure
couple of
has.
months.
If you like rain, it's nice.
It is very nice.
Yeah.
If you have a dug well, you're very excited right now. Let's just put it that way. Tyler now contributing. We're going in and we're getting napkins, whatever we can get to keep things dry here. Lewiston gets the football back. It's going to be a nice play there by Poussard. He's going
Still
to
going.
carry some tacklers all the way out to the 30-yard line. Maybe enough for a first down. Big time run there by Poussard. Down 16-0. There's still plenty of time left in this game. This is still a two-score football game. Nobody needs to panic or run away yet. But Lewiston really needs to have a solid drive here and not shoot themselves in the foot with any type of penalties or turnovers.
That was the second first down Lewiston's got in the game. They got to get going.
There was a bit of a drought there on the first downs
Sure
as well.
was, boy. With the field position they had. They're lucky they got out of it with only 9 points. Counter.
They're going to use that counter with Belanger, and he's going to use his speed, and he is going to be spun down past the 40, out to the 41-yard line. 11-yard gain there for the Blue Devils, and another first down.
Back-to-back first downs.
Couple of steps forward here for the Blue Devils. Let's see if they can avoid the dreaded step back that usually comes with the 2 steps forward. 4:40 remaining in the first half, 16-0. Cheverus with the lead. 2 touchdowns and a safety. Been the scoring in this one so far for the Stags. They send Beckwith in motion. He's going to stop and start again. Poussard's going to run it himself.
Oh,
he's going to get some yardage,
run.
and he's going to get into Cheverus territory, and the ball's going to be fumbled, and it's going to be Cheverus football unless they call them down. No, they're just going to call him down. First down, Lewiston. Looked like that ball.
19 yards.
Looked like that ball. That ball definitely came loose at the end, but I guess they called him down first. 4:22 remaining in the first half, and Lewiston was ripped off 3 straight first downs.
First downs, yeah.
On consecutive plays. They send Belanger in motion. To the left, Poussard's going to run it again. Not nearly as much room that time, but he does get some yardage up to the 40-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 8. Lewiston in Cheverus territory. 3:55 remaining in the first half. And this is one of those situations for Lewiston where the clock works to your advantage and the fact that Cheverus took the opening kickoff works to your advantage, because if you can melt enough of this clock down, get in and score, you have a chance to take over and get the ball to start the second half as well, having back-to-back possessions.
Yeah. They're in that pistol formation.
Looks like they're going to shift it to a wildcat as Cortez comes out to the right side flank. Poussard's going to take it himself, and he's only going to gain a couple up to the 38-yard line. That's going to make it 3rd and 6. Looked like he was waiting for one more block there, and if he'd gotten it, he would have had some more yardage. And that's, they haven't gotten the ball to him out by the sidelines yet, but they did get it to him kind of in the open field there on that wildcat, and you see some dynamic moves there from Poussard.
He can run. He's a good runner.
6'1", 195-pound junior. Not a ton of seniors on the squad this year, so a lot of guys are going to be getting a lot of run moving forward.
Yeah. That is the shift that they've been going to. A double slot, a slot on one side and trips on the other.
There you go, 5 wide, no flags. They're going to throw it up as Cortez is going to throw it towards the sidelines. Incomplete. Was lucky to get out of that without anything bad happening.
That's the formation they used. They tried that screen on before.
Tried to get it over to Turgeon, but he could not get his footing underneath him. He looked like the like Wile E. Coyote trying to run away from the Roadrunner there. Just kind of everything falling in place. Cheverus is going to take a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout on the radio side. It's Maine's Big Z. Cheverus leads 16-0. We'll be right back. We'll keep things going on the video side of things here. Of course, our opening coin flip today, that was brought to you by Maine Athletic Fundraising. Maine Athletic Fundraising is the right choice for your fundraising need. No risk, no upfront costs, no minimums. Find out how they can help you today at maineaf.com. It's the MBR Game of the Week presented by OA. Ortho Access is in Portland. It's open 6 days a week. It's Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment of sports and activity-related injuries. Find their hours online at orthoaccess.com.
Maine fundraising is headed up by Mark Smith and his gang. He's got about 3 or 4 other guys that go all over the state and work with athletic teams to raise money for equipment, for uniforms, for anything they need.
They do.
They do a great job.
A lot of good work being done by those men.
Yep.
Welcome back on the radio side of things. Maine's Big Z, 105.5 AM 1240. Lewiston trails. We got a fake punt. That's going to be Beckwith, and he's going to get the first down.
Yes, sir.
Just by the hair. of his chinny chin chin, I believe, but we'll see where they mark the football.
They better be bringing it in if they're going to get that far.
It looks close enough. They're going to have to bring out the measurement, but that was a
bring it in.
gutty play call there by Lewiston, as it looked like they were going to punt it away, but they went with the direct snap to Beckwith, who is the kind of the blocking back there. Would you call him the up back in that situation?
He's the up back in that formation. And Matt, look at the field position. That's an opportune time to do a fake punt because they probably would have gained about 10 yards on that play.
I don't know about that spot.
I don't know either.
But
that was a poor spot.
They didn't get it.
They did.
They didn't get it by about a half an inch, it looked like. So Lewiston will have to flip it back to the defensive side, and Cheverus will take over with 2:36 remaining in the first half, leading 16-0 over Lewiston, and that might be a pivotal one there.
Poor spot.
That really looked like a tough spot.
Moved it back about 3 yards where it should have been. Oh, boy.
That never happens.
It doesn't, huh? If Dave was here, well, you'd hear expository remarks.
I believe so, along with a big sigh there.
Yeah.
As Ryland Benedict takes it out of that formation, sweep off to the left up to the 38-yard line. 2:15 remaining in the first half, clock ticking. Cheverus leads 16-0. They're at their own 38-yard line. Cheverus always good with clock management, usually towards the end of the half. I know last week a lot of folks towards the end of the half were like, gee, it doesn't look like they're hurrying all that much, and then bam, they snuck out a touchdown right out of it.
Yeah,
so
they did.
I feel like they know what they're doing, so I just kind of lay back and let them do that. Minute 50 remaining.
Going to that wing tee.
First half. They're going to get that to
As a
Coffin,
trap
to
again.
the up back, and he's going to get inside Lewiston territory down to the 48-yard line. And once again, the Devils
them with
get
that trap.
caught in the trap.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a setup.
That was.
That
was
was a setup.
Big setup there. That was a rather large one. It's like quicksand or something.
Yeah, boy, oh, boy.
First and 10. Cheverus is back at it. They're going to get it back to Coffin, and he is going to find more yardage inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Gain of 38 yards for Coffin. And Max Coffin saluting the sidelines, and he is gaining some yards today out of that up back slot. Is it normal to have the up back be the little guy and have the deep back be the big guy, Coach Haley?
It's according to what plays you're going to run. If you're going to run plays like this, the little guy is very effective in there. Many people use the fullback as a primary blocker at the point of attack. Then you'd want him a little bit bigger. But if you're going to run plays like this, it's a great spot for him.
Seems like it's working out for him okay.
No kidding it is.
Pitch. Coffin breaks a tackle in the backfield. Stops, starts, falls forward to the 6-yard line, gain of 4. Clock continues to melt. Minute 15 remaining in the first half. 16-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston, looking to make it more as we get ready for halftime. Cheverus in no real big hurry here. They had hurried up here for a second on this drive, but not so much in a hurry anymore. Casal with a pitch to Coffin, then going to flip it over to the other side. He's going to cut it back, and he'll be tackled at about the 2.
Showed the wing tee twice now and pitched to the fullback, which is an unusual play out of the wing tee. Usually, you use your halfbacks as the wide runners. Coffin's not your prototypical fullback. He's more like a tailback.
Wonder if there's going to be a sneak here.
No.
Instead, it's going to be Benedict off the left side, untouched. 27 seconds left in the first half. Touchdown, Stags. 2-yard touchdown run by Ryland Benedict, and it is 22-0 Cheverus. And the Seagulls have taken over the other half of the field currently.
I know. Yeah, they certainly have.
It's like somebody put down some French fries or something. I feel like this rain isn't bothering Cheverus in any way at this point. Hardigan is going to wait to kick it. Conant with the hold. Kick is up. Kick is true. 27 seconds remaining in the first half. Lewiston trails Cheverus 23-0. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. We will be right back. Make sure you stay tuned for halftime here. Me and Coach Haley will stick around with you here on the video side of things for the entire halftime show. Also, stay tuned for the Moody's Collision Center Collision of the Game. Moody's with 11 locations of Maine. You better take it to Moody's. Online at moodyscollision.com. We're in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. You can check them out online at mechanicssavingsbank.com. Next year, I think we got to get a heater in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth.
I do, too.
Even for the outside games.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we need one of those big kerosene heaters, but I think, maybe...
Blow a little heat at us.
Maybe a little something.
The
Welcome back, by the way, on the radio side of things. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Maine's Big Z, 105.5 AM, 1240. Cheverus leads Lewiston 23-0. Video stream can be found in high definition at mbr.org. That's brought to you by OA. A beautiful rainy day here at Bullis Stadium in Cheverus.
how can a rainy day be beautiful?
Sometimes rainy days are really good.
Well, if you're a duck.
Well, if you like to take naps, I'm a big fan of the naps. Kickoff is run out past the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Hunter Landry. And with 21 seconds remaining in the first half and Lewiston down 23-0, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Be interesting here to see if they try to run anything to try to get anything on the board first, or if they just take a knee so that they can slide into the half without any more damage. Because if there's one thing Cheverus has been good at over the last few years, it's getting that little bonus score, that little bonus kind of poke right there, right before the half.
The one that's not in your game plan.
Right.
Yeah. But it occurs.
Yeah. Always seems to occur.
Yeah.
They're going to hand it off. That'll be Poussard, and that'll be just like taking a knee. He's going to get stopped at the 35-yard line. Actually, after the 36, it'll be a gain of 2. And that is going to be the last play of the first half unless somebody hurries or takes a timeout, and I don't see that happening. We will take a 4-minute break on the radio side of things. Stick with us over on the video side of things. It's Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z, 105.5 and AM 1240. It's the Northern A quarterfinals. Cheverus leads Lewiston 23-0. We'll be right back. On the video side of things, as we get ready to start halftime here, I want to thank all of our sponsors one more time. Make sure I give them all a read through here to start halftime. MBR Game of the Week is presented by OA and the Ortho Access Clinic in Portland. It's Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. It's open 6 days a week for hours, or for more information, go to orthoaccess.com. We're back in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley with you here. Of course, you can visit Mechanic Savings Bank online at mechanicssavingsbank.com. We have not done the collision of the game yet by Moody's Collision Center, but we'll get one. We'll get one in at some point. Of course, you can find Moody's online at moodyscollision.com. Also got 11 locations scattered throughout Maine, including Lewiston. MBR.org is Maine's best resource for sports. You can find daily scores, live and on-demand video and audio, and support your team at MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports. Talk about it right in the forums there as well. Sunday River Brewing Company sponsors our pregame show. They're open 7 days a week. They're starting at 6 a.m. Beer, breakfast, dinner menus, all online at SundayRiverBrewingCompany.com. Timeouts are brought to you by Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and the Maine Radon Pro. They offer both residential and commercial water treatment and radon air mitigation services. You can find out more from them online at AffordableWaterTreatmentOfMaine.com. Just one call. They treat it all. And also Maine Athletic Fundraising, the right choice for your fundraising needs. No risk, no upfront cost, no minimum. Find out how they can help you today at MaineAF.com. Matt Boutwell, Mike Haley with you here. Coach Haley working the stats right now is just in at halftime. And so, Coach Haley, so let's say you're coaching, I assume you've probably coached a team that's been down by more than 3 touchdowns at the half before.
Yeah.
What do you say, especially a day like this? It could be easy for a kid to kind of lose their focus on a day like this where you're like, hey, it'd be cool right now, a nice warm bus.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Yeah. No, that's the first thing you got to do is make sure they stay in the game. And the next thing you do is just say, okay, guys, look, they scored 23 points in the first half. Why can't we score 23 points or 24 points in the second half? And let's get back to our basic stuff. let's work on field position, which was terrible for Lewiston in the first half. They had drives of 3 plays, two plays, 3, 3, 5, and 1.
Whew.
Cheverus, 3, 5, 8, 7, 6, 5. That alone should tell you something. Cheverus has 9 first downs. Portland has 4. Lewiston has 4. Excuse me. So it's like I'm surprised Cheverus has thrown the ball as much as they have. They've thrown the ball 4 times, and Lewiston's been incomplete 3 times, all incompletions.
One of them was intercepted.
Yeah, one and 2 was intercepted. They had
2 were intercepted.
yeah,
That's right.
They had.
You had that second one by Benedict, that amazing highlight one.
Lewiston had back-to-back drives that ended in interception, and incomplete pass. So, it's been Cheverus has totally dominated this first half, statistically and play-wise, and of course score. But I've seen Cheverus came back on the yell in the second half last week, and Lewiston did. Lewiston's got a tough club there. If they can get a little spark, watch out for them. So we saw back-to-back first downs, with runs of 12, 18 yards. So it's there if they can get it clicking.
Certainly is. Welcome back. It's Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Matt Bentwell, Mike Haley with you here on the radio side of things. Video stream is online, mbr.org. It's presented by OA. Video stream, of course, it's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on the radio side of things, 105.5 AM 1240. Seemed like the illegal procedure penalty for those who aren't hanging out with us on the video stream, they listen on radio. Cheverus leads Lewiston 23-0 here at the half, and it really seemed like that illegal procedure penalty when Lewiston was down 7-0. They had just gotten out. They were pinned back at their own 1-yard line. They had 2 back-to-back runs. Looked like they were going to get a first down. And the illegal procedure penalty on that run that pushed them back to the 5-yard line, they got a safety on the next play. Really seemed to switch the momentum in this one because it looked like Lewiston was starting to, get a little confidence, kind of get their sea legs underneath them a little bit.
I'm sure that Lewiston was going to, hopefully that was going to be a surprise to them. But that was the first time they'd used that formation. They split both ends and put 2 backs to one side and 1 back to the other. So they had a slot and a trips. And it was a late shift, and that the illegal procedure was one of those guys that had been shifting. He didn't get ready. He didn't get set. And he had to go almost to the sideline to get to his formation. So, sometimes the element of surprise backfires, and it did in that situation.
Sometimes you can be surprised that they're not surprised.
Oh.
It's like a double surprise that cancels out the other one.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's basically what happened.
Kind of feel we got to make sure we got to remind folks to get their tents out for down here. It's not off. I don't think I've ever seen a game in the rain down here. Usually if it's raining, they'll move it right over to Fitzpatrick Stadium. But they decided today, I had asked, somebody asked Gary Hoyt, the athletic director here at Cheverus, how the decision gets made. And, it wasn't really, the decision just gets made sometimes, but they were asked if they were going to be the game here.
Shrugged his shoulders and ho-hum.
Well, this is one of those situations, too. There's a very good possibility this is going to be the last game played here for the year.
Yeah.
Because the only way they would be hosting this is if Oxford Hills won next week against Portland, and if they beat Wyndham, then
I don't think
the game would be here the week after.
Both of those things will happen.
I don't think both
one
of
those things might.
One of those things might.
I don't think both of them will.
Of course, it's already been announced Oxford Hills and Portland will be playing Friday night at Fitzpatrick Stadium. You'll be able to listen to that game on Maine's Big Z 92.7. As the Oxford Hills Vikings beat Edward Little last night in overtime, 26-20. That was a really interesting game, Coach. Grant Hartley actually was taken out at times because I don't know if it was because of the weather and they decided they wanted to do the Wildcat and do some more running, but change some things up. That's for sure. There was a lot of running backs coming out last night. They used a lot of Tyler Blanchard out of the Wildcat last night.
Well, those two guys, both of those two guys can run. Blanchard and who's the other one?
You got Bell and
Bell, yeah.
Gibson, and
Yeah,
they're all.
but those guys can a little bit niftier than Hartley, but they don't come close to him as far as throwing the ball. I mean, Hartley can heave it. He has a gun for an arm, and he's pretty accurate too.
You can chuck it, that's for sure. We're at halftime here at Cheverus. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. We'll take a break on the radio side of things. We'll keep it here for a little ambient for you on the video side of things. You're listening to the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week video stream presented by OA can be found at mbr.org.
This will be interesting to see what Cheverus does in the second half too. Whether they come out with the same method of attacking and the same frame of mind of definite ball control, or will they open it up a little bit? I know they used a couple of pro set formations. Whether they'll continue that or not will be interesting too.
I'm really impressed with these Seagulls at this point. They've been able to, they're battling the elements here too.
Oh, no, they're not. This is right up their alley. This is right up their alley, baby.
Are they getting worms? Is there some type of grass seed they're finding out
going
there?
Going for night crawlers.
They're going for
night
night crawlers.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And they know that this has been pretty wet place, so they're hunting.
Little fertile ground, I guess.
Yeah. Fertile hunting ground.
23-0, Cheverus with the lead here at halftime. Of course,
are we showing the seagulls on the television?
I believe, yeah. I believe there's some type of. Actually, no. Actually, I like that. I like what we've got going on right now, so that we know what's happening.
Yeah.
That's really.
Yeah.
Get more of the Seagulls in a little bit. Trying to get you some scores from around the area in case you're watching and you're wondering what else is going on out there. Freiburg leads Mountain Valley 14-0 in the second. Of course, you can listen to that one on the radio on 100.7 FM, or you can watch it, or you can listen to it online at mbr.org. Winslow leads Old Town 15-0 in the first half. And that's what I've got for scores right now. Also, the Oak Hill field hockey team, congratulations to them. They won the Class C state field hockey title today, 2-0 over MCI. MCI is going to get sick of playing Oak Hill and things real soon.
You aren't kidding, they are. Yeah.
Of course, all sorts of action going on today with field hockey and soccer playoffs and anything else. Actually, end of one quarter of play, Winslow leads Old Town 22-0. That is the end of the first quarter between Winslow and Old Town. All sorts of action happening throughout the state today. Of course, a lot of action got postponed due to weather and other things.
Got some night games tonight.
Got some night games
Kennebunk
tonight.
and
Levitt
are playing tonight, aren't they?
I believe Skowhegan's playing tonight as well.
Yeah.
Against Messalonsky. Definitely a muted crowd here today with this rain. It's usually quite a party atmosphere here in terms of a lot of great and by party atmosphere I don't mean anything bad by that. I mean it's a good get together in the fall and people spread their blankets out here over the hill and they're all fired up and beautiful days and things are good to go. But today not so much. Today it's a lot of folks huddled up under whatever canopies they have. One person here actually has a chair that actually has the cover on it, which is right over next to us to the right.
Yep.
You got to get some of those.
Yeah,
I like
I've
those
seen
chairs.
those.
I like those chairs. That's really solid. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Of course, the video stream presented by OA and can be found at mbr.org. Also on our YouTube page, just look for MBR Sport there. 23-0, Cheverus with the lead here at halftime.
We're talking about a two-headed monster for Lewiston. It's not so much so today, but for for Cheverus, we got a two-headed monster, Benedict and Coffin.
What do we have for stats on that while I come over here and make sure that our electrical equipment doesn't get shorted out with rain?
Hey, just a minute. Keep talking. I'll have it for you.
We can always do that. It's always a good time.
6.
Of course, Northern A with the realignment of the high school football classes a couple of years ago, changed things up. So in Northern A, you get 7 teams in Northern A, and the first 6 teams make the playoffs. The seedings, the first 2 teams get bye weeks, so Portland and Wyndham are off this week. And Wyndham is off because they beat Cheverus last week in a game that you actually saw on mbr.org.
I've got, this is, of course, unofficial.
Unofficial.
But I've got Benedict with 54 yards and a touchdown, and Coffin with 99 yards on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 carries. That's a pretty good day. We got enough water around here. We're Matt's scrambling with his waterproofing job here. We'll both teams are coming back out on the field now and doing their warm-ups. We've got about 2 minutes before the second half begins. As we've said, Cheverus has been really pretty dominant in all aspects of the game. They have 9 first downs to Lewiston's 4. They have 100 and about 170 yards rushing, and Lewiston has about 42. So 2 touchdowns by Cheverus's quarterback, Dominic Cassell. Benedict has a touchdown. PATs from Chandler Hardigan. He's had 3 and just barely missed on a field goal. A little short. So it's been complete dominance as far as Cheverus is concerned. But as we said earlier, Lewiston has shown a penchant for coming back. It's almost like they like to be down. They like to be kind of behind, and then they'll come back like gangbusters. And they did that last week against Edward Little, and barely came up short. So I'm looking for them to come out swinging for the second half.
I am too. Looks like the 2 teams are ready to get back at it here. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week, Maine's Big Z 105.5, AM 1240. Of course, you can listen to the audio stream online at mainsbigz.com. The video stream can be found in high definition at mbr.org. I want to thank Miles Sullivan keeping the board going for us.
He's found some cover over there.
Yes, he does have some covered, and Tyler Farnham on the camera as well, who's managed to keep everything dry on his end today as well, which is always key.
That sure helps.
Looks like it's going from a hard rain to a light mist here.
Good. Let up a little bit. Give us a break.
We can already predict what's going to happen. The sun is going to come right out at I'd say about 3:15 or so. It's going to look great. That's usually how these things work.
I'll tell you, one time
Lewiston will get the ball to start the second half, by the way.
When I was coaching at Edward Little, we played Thornton at home. It was a beautiful day all day. I'm not kidding you, Matt. As soon as the ball was kicked off, it started to rain. And by the middle of the first period, I was up to over my shoelaces in water on the sideline. I'm telling you, it rained so hard, it bleached the balls. It lost all of their color.
Wow.
Jeez.
Kick is away, and Beckwith
Oh boy.
wasn't able to handle it for a second. Then he was, and he tackles it or trains it out to the 45-yard line. He looked like a freight train going out there.
Well, he is too.
Not a small young man.
No, he's a load.
Good field position here to start the second half for the Blue Devils. As Tanner Cortez, the sophomore quarterback, jumps in. Cheverus leads 23-0 here to start the second half.
Had some good luck with him moving to quarterback. I saw him early in the year. He wasn't a quarterback. He was a wide out.
Sent Belanger in motion. They're going to pitch it to Poussard off the left side. And he is going to fight for extra yardage up to the 49-yard line. Be a gain of about 2, make it 2nd and 8. Cheverus took the opening kickoff down at the 20-yard line, and a personal foul penalty on Lewiston brought it down to the 10. They scored shortly thereafter to make it 7-0. Then they got a safety when they tackled Cortez in the end zone.
This is what those big play guys talk about, getting it out on the green. On the green is a part of the field between the numbers and the sideline. Nobody runs out there. It's all nice.
That handoff was to Poussard and didn't gain anything. Call it no gain. We'll make it 3rd and 8. Got to get to the Cheverus 44 for a first down.
$82.
82. I'm telling you, that is definitely not
That's
one of
not
the heavier numbers I've
not
heard
up
here
to
on
snuff.
the 50-50. No,
Not up to snuff.
definitely not.
Pistol.
They send Belanger in motion again, going from left to the right.
Poussard.
That'll actually be Beckwith, it looks like. He's going to hop. No, that
No,
was
that's
Poussard. You're
Poussard.
right. All right, there was Poussard up to the 46-yard line. It'll be short. They'll make a 4th and 2. Lewiston's already faked one punt today, and they came up a half-inch short on the spot. So it looks like they're just going to go for it here, down 23-0.
Yep. Yeah, on a spot that was. It's a big play for Lewiston right here.
This is huge.
They
I don't want to say it could be the ball game, but
yeah, it could. It's a big play. Pistol again. Poussard again.
Poussard's going to get
Think
stopped in the backfield, and then he's going to fall forward, but I don't think the spot's going to be enough.
No, they don't give him that one.
He's just shy of the 44-yard line. They had to get to the 44-yard line.
Bring it out, boys. Bring it out.
They're going to bring it out, and I think he's going to be about, say he's going to be about a half yard short.
From your vantage point.
From my vantage point,
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be about a half yard shy. I'm at about the 41-yard line, so I've got to lean forward here to the 43.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. About.
Oh, they gave it to him this
it to
time.
him. All right.
Wow. Okay, well, pardon me. I guess, does that make up for the other one? I don't know. Does that?
Yeah, it could be. Could be a little.
Interesting. Sometimes you hang on by your fingernail, and sometimes your fingernail gets ripped off. That time, you hung on.
Yeah.
First down for the Devils at the Cheverus 44-yard line. 23-0. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston, but Lewiston driving. See if they have any second half magic
they're hustling
up their
on them,
sleeve.
too.
Low snap. Cortez is going to keep it himself, and he's going to find a little bit of running room, and not a ton. He's going to get up to the 41-yard line, gain of 3. Good job by Cortez there
Yes,
to
it
make
was.
something out of nothing.
Yes, it was.
Not only to make something out of nothing there, but to keep that from being a disaster.
You know, that's the first bad snap we've seen today, Matty.
Which is,
Which is pretty amazing, really.
I was just about to say,
it.
which is the odds on that are pretty low itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Into the pistol. Poussard is the deep back. Cortez sends a man in motion. That'll
Coming
be
this
Beckwith.
way. Watch it.
Play action. They're going to throw it up for Beckwith.
Oh,
and what a
nice
catch at the
catch.
40, at
Holy
the 36
mackerel.
yard line. Beautiful catch. That was thrown up by the Lollipop Kids there. A little rainbow there. Nice play by Beckwith because he was actually double covered by Coffin and Watson. And he caught it and then caught it out to the sidelines. And it'll be 3rd and 1. That'll make it 3rd and short. 8:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Clock is stopped because he got out of bounds. Beckwith goes in motion again. Handoff. Poussard's going to go up the middle, and he's going to find some running room inside the 30 down to the 25, and they'll mark him down at the 24-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12. First down for the Blue Devils.
Exactly what he did last week. Eight-play drive so far. The ninth play of the drive.
This is exactly how you want to start off a second-half drive.
Exactly what they needed.
Nothing.
Exactly what they needed.
They survived that first wave there on the spot that looked like it was going to be short.
Pistol again.
They send Belanger in motion. Like to see him start to get the ball a little bit here. Poussard gets it again, and he's going to fall forward to the 21-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Definitely the best drive of the day so far for Lewiston. They're down 23-0. No time like the present if you're going to get going. Cheverus won the toss and elected to receive at the beginning of the game. That's why Lewiston taking over
here. It's
here.
a 6th carry by Poussard in the drive.
It's like they found something that they like.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Or let it go. You've got somebody that's got a hot hand, give it to him.
Keegan Voss done a good job today as a center.
Yes, he has. One bad snap.
Send Belanger in motion out to the left.
Comes Beckwith.
Get it to Beckwith, and he's going to get stopped for no gain at the 21. Looked like they ran the counter there. And
they got really good penetration that time.
There wasn't a lot of good things happening for Lewiston on that one. That'll make it 3rd and 7 for the Blue Devils. Reminder, we'll have Oxford Hills and Portland for you on Friday night. That'll be on Maine's Big Z 92.7. We'll also have the Dirigo game for you next weekend as well.
11th play of the drive. Pistol again.
Poussard is the deep back.
2 tights.
Send Beckwith in motion from the left to the right. Cortez, play action.
Screen,
now they're going to throw it back to Belanger, and they got all sorts of daylight.
He's in.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a play call there.
That's a great play. That was a great play.
And the Lewiston fan base is parked up by the fence, is beeping and honking and flashing the lights. And throwback there, 22-yard catch and run. I just mentioned, like to see Belanger get involved in the offense, and sure enough, he did there. They had all of Cheverus fooled. Good execution on that play as well.
Yeah.
Another good job there, too, to make sure that there were no silly penalties. A lot of times you see a big play like that from a team when they're down, and you see a block the back downfield, or you see the offensive lineman go downfield too quickly, or there's some type of legal procedure. Great job all the way around there.
That was.
And they're going to go for the extra point here. Hunter Landry.
That was well set up,
the
too.
Extra point. He's a lefty kicker. And now they're going to spread it out.
They're going to shotgun.
They got Belanger and the Wildcat. Landry next to him. They're going to run the option. And they're going to throw it into the end zone and bat it away.
Nice defensive play.
What an interesting play there. It was intended for Des Jackson. And Coffin got his hand over and threw it away at the last second. They ran the option, and then they ran a pass out of the option. That was some really unique play calling there by Lewiston. Solid play. You're going to do that on the two-point conversion, but we're not able to come up with the 2. They were, however, able to come up with the 6. They trail Cheverus 23-6, 6:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back on Maine's Big Z, 105.5 and AM 1240. Of course, we'll keep it right here on the video side of things.
That was a great play.
That was a really good play.
Great defensive play, and the touchdown was really well set up. They did a nice job with that.
Video stream is brought to you by OA. The Ortho Access Clinic is open on Sewell Street. It's Maine's first clinic for sports and activity-related injuries. It's open 6 days a week. It's a walk-in clinic. Find the hours online at orthoaccess.com. And thanks to Orthopedic Associates for being our presenting sponsor throughout the 2016-2017 high school sports season. Welcome back. Maine's Big Z, 105.5, AM 1240. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Video stream can be found at mbr.org, presented by OA on the video side of things. Lewiston just scored a touchdown. Now they're kicking off. They trail 23-6. Kickoff is to Coffin. He's going to bounce it out to the left side. Then he's going to cut it back to the right, upfield. He's going to matriculate forward, fumbled, and it's going to be Lewiston football.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Lewiston football, as Coffin had a great run and lost it at the very end, and Mike Harris fell on it back at the 41-yard line. And just like that, a game that I think a lot of people were thinking, well, a couple more Cheverus scores, you'll be in running time. Lewiston coming back. Now at the Cheverus 41-yard line, trailing 23-6 with 6:23 remaining in the third quarter. Not what you want to see if you're a Cheverus fan right now,
Nope,
Coach.
sure isn't.
Certainly, it's definitely what you want to see if you're a Lewiston fan, though.
Pistol again. Back to Poussard.
Poussard's going to get it. He's going to get stopped, and he's going to bounce it back
Oh,
off the
watch
left
out!
side. He has got
Watch
all
out!
sorts of yardage.
He's gone.
Cortez out in front with the lead blocker. And
He's gone.
are they going to let him? Nope. They're going to say he's out at the 2-yard line.
Too bad. Nice run.
39-yard run by Garrett Poussard, who took a run that looked like it was doomed for nothing, kept his balance, reversed field, and Tecmo Super Bowled that thing down inside the 5. It is first and goal for the Devils at the Cheverus 2-yard line. And if you left, you might want to come back.
You want kidding you do.
Also, if you're freezing, it probably helps not to sit on a metal chair. That's also one of the other things I've learned today. We'll try to go over our life lessons at the end of the show.
Yeah, I think we ought to.
Yeah. First and goal from the 3, 23-6,
Pistol
Cheverus with the
again.
lead. And they're going to put Poussard in the Wildcat and move
Wildcat.
Cortez out to the right. And
Oh,
movement,
too bad.
that'll be 5 yards.
Too bad.
I don't want to say they couldn't hold their water there because nothing's holding its water currently, but they didn't there. That'll make it first and goal at the 8.
You certainly take advantage of all the setups that you've been getting, Matty. I'll tell you.
You know what that's like? It's running around. You're running around all day. You go out and you run 2 miles, then you come home and you stub your toe on the end of your bed. That's exactly what happened there for Lewiston. Run all over the place, feeling real good about themselves, then bang, stub their toe. 5-yard penalty. First and goal now from the 7. They're going to go back to this Wildcat formation. They're going to move Cortez out to the right. Poussard in the Wildcat. Catches it, goes up the middle. Gets inside the 5, down to about the 4.
Would have scored if they'd been on the 1 or 2.
No, I would go ahead and say this is 4-down territory. So
Wow. Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel confident that I can say that.
Yep.
I'll make it second and goal at the 5-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down. Clock ticking, 5:40 remaining in the third quarter. 23-6, Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston. Lewiston got the ball back as Coffin fumbled on the ensuing kickoff return after the score.
Trying to make a great move. Oh, in the middle of a great move.
Handoff, Beckwith.
Beckwith.
He's going to fall forward. Looks like they'll mark him at about the 3.5-yard line. Make a third and goal. Huge 2 plays here for Lewiston. And the rain gets more steady. Every time you think it's just about ready to peel back, it gets a little bit heavier.
Yeah. Just to remind you that it's still around. Still here.
Third and goal from the 3.
Pistol, full house.
I guess we call this the full house pistol backfield.
Yeah.
And they're going to run a quick little option play there that bounces and does not get what they wanted. And Poussard's going to get tackled back at the 10. And that's going to set up a 4th and long.
Boy.
Keeps the clock running with 4:30 remaining in the third quarter.
You know, Matty, you've heard me say it. You've heard Dave say it 100 times. Don't forget what got you down here. And Poussard got you down there off tackle. And now they're trying to run outside on it.
didn't work there because
Not
the
good.
pitch
Not
was
good.
doomed from the start.
He's the best off tackle runner they have.
I got to give the water boy credit. Like he's running out there with the water, and the water from the rain is like going back in there. So there's no. I don't think he could possibly like. I think that's a even sum game for him. Like if any spills, like whatever's out of the sky is just going to go right back into the cups.
Oh.
Goodness gracious! 4:27 remaining in the third quarter. Cheverus leads 23-6. They led 23-0 in the first half, but Lewiston came right down the field, got 6 points right away on the opening drive.
Came out swinging like we thought they would.
They survived a fourth down call that did not look like it was going to go their way.
Boy, this Gary Hoyt's doing some groundkeeping out there. This field's getting beat up,
It really is.
like you said, like you read about.
Fourth down for the Devils. Cortez back to pass. Under pressure is going to throw it out. Complete at the 7. That's going to be to Poussard, but he's going to get stopped at the 6. And Cheverus turns Lewiston away. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Stags will take over, leading 23-6. Big defensive stop there for Cheverus. And once again, for Lewiston, a lot of that was self-inflicted because of that 5-yard penalty. You wouldn't think a 5-yard penalty would make that much of a difference, but boy, when you poke a hole in your sail, you stop rowing, you stop going through the ocean real quick. Casal leads the Cheverus offense back onto the field. They haven't been on the field for a long time, time-wise. Handoff is going to be to Coffin. He's going to fall forward for a couple. Actually, for about 1, that'll be it. Make it 2nd and 9. I'll get that clock running. I do not expect a lot of passing. I don't think there's going to be a lot of aerial attacks happening from either squad here.
Not from this end of the field for Cheverus. It's pretty dangerous to be throwing down here.
Make sure you stay tuned to mbr.org for all the schedules every single morning, bright and early.
Cheverus has gone to a wide slot.
They're going to pitch that to Benedict. He's going to cut it back up the field, up past the 10, out to the 11-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and about 5. Excuse me, 3rd and about 5 for Cheverus. 3:25 remaining in the third quarter. They lead 23-6. Big play here for Lewiston on the defensive side of the ball. If you can force another turnover, you're in good field position. If you can stop them here, you're going to force a punt, which could also lead to good field position because the punting game is certainly not having a fun time in this one. Pitch outside is going to be to Benedict, and he's going to cut it back and dive, but he's not going to get enough. That play got blown up by Gabe Nichols, who jumped into the backfield, and that really seemed to blow things up there for Cheverus. And Cheverus, on their first offensive possession, where their offense actually got to the field here in the second half, goes 3 and out.
But don't forget, field position is working against them now.
Des Jackson back deep for Lewiston. Punt is away. Almost blocked. And that'll take a Cheverus roll.
He got a very good roll that time.
Would you call that a holy roll?
Oh, don't go there.
I'm just asking. I don't know. I wasn't sure.
Oh, boy.
Gets into Lewiston territory at the 47-yard line.
I'm right in the...
Be 2nd and 18. There's 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Cheverus leads 23-6. 2nd and 18 at the 48-yard line. Minute 18 remaining in the third quarter. The clock stopped on the fumble there.
It's a different formation.
Cortez back to pass, throws, almost intercepted.
That would have been 6.
It was intended for Belanger, and that definitely would have been 6 going back the other way. That was number 34, Finn Colley, who almost had a chance at that, but it was thrown a little bit behind Finn Colley. I mean, it was intended for Belanger, so it wasn't like, you know, Cortez was trying to throw it to Colley, but got to be tough to get a grip on that football today.
You've seen it the last 2 times.
Certainly can. It is 3rd and 18 for Lewiston, back at the 48-yard line. For those on the radio side, we lost you for a second, but we are back. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Video stream is at mbr.org and is presented by OA. The wind is picking up. The rain is picking up. Lewiston has picked it up here in the second half.
How's the screen
They
again?
go with the throwback screen again,
Hit the
and
ground.
Cortez was under pressure, and it just grazed the ground. Poussard wasn't able to haul it in. Stops the clock with 1:10 remaining in the third quarter.
Well set up, too.
Would have had another scenario or situation like they did with the other drive.
Yeah, with the one to Benedict.
Fourth and 18. Looks like Cortez is going to be back there. Now, last time
This
they
is a
direct
fake
snapped
punt.
it to Beckwith.
Yeah. Same motion.
This time Cortez is going to kick it.
Ooh.
A little sideliner.
Oh,
and
hit.
If
Did
that
hit him?
if that had hit the blocking back there, who got blocked downfield, that would have been a live ball, but
Oh.
it just missed him.
Missed him. Lucky.
Did take a Lewiston roll down to the 22-yard line. 1:01 remaining in the third quarter. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z, 105.5 and AM 1240. Stations of Gleason Media, your home for high school sports on the radio. Of course, you can find all the games listed and listen to them online at mbr.org. Video stream is at mbr.org as well. The video stream is presented by OA. Cheverus takes over. 1st and 10, going right to left on your radio dial.
Slot eye. They've shown it once or twice.
Benedict deep back out of the backfield, and he is going to get tangled up and not get much. It's going to be number 22, Jeremy Medor, and number 58, Billy Shepperson on the tackle there. We'll make it 2nd and long. Gets us under 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter as well.
You know, some people call that blast. Some people call it wham. Some people call it rip. It's an isolation play where they don't block the linebacker and they lead on them with the up back.
I think any one of those 3 words pretty much describes what it is.
Yeah.
Casale under center. Is going to bootleg himself out to the left, and he is going to get crunched. We'll talk about that on the commercial break, actually.
That's collision.
As
That's
Casale got crunched by Garrett Poussard on the outside, and that is going to end the third quarter. You might want to stay tuned to things on the video side of things, so we got something big going on there happening on the commercial break. We'll take a break here for 1 minute on the radio side of things. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Cheverus leads Lewiston 23-6. We'll be right back on Maine's Big Z. On the video side of things, I would say that Garrett Poussard to Jack Casale collision was the Moody's Collision Center collision of the game. 11 locations throughout the state. If you get into a collision, don't hesitate to bring it to Moody's. Online at moodyscollisioncenters.com. What's really weird about this water is that I don't know where it's really coming from.
Tipping.
Yeah,
it's tipping this way. And
It's
it just
tipping that way.
overloads and comes.
It dumps right through.
We're getting it.
Set that there. Set that. You know what? Here's what we're going to do.
People on video are wondering what is this? You better show it.
Yeah,
to them.
I would normally show that to them. There's
Yeah.
been a little bit of a rain thing going on here today. Of course, for those watching on video, they can see, they should be able to see the rain puddling up there pretty good on the track.
Yeah. That was definitely the collision.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was definitely the collision of the
That was a
game.
good
Welcome
shot.
back. That was a good one. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. 3rd and 3 for Cheverus.
Now, that's the first time we've seen the trap this half. And how many times they run at the first half?
Quite a few.
Probably 5 or 6. Scored on it one time.
Of course,
Come on.
they only had the 3 plays on the last drive there. So
Come on, boys. Let's not forget what's working for you here.
Benedict dove forward just enough for the first down. He gets out past the 32-yard line. Actually, no, they will not give him enough for a first down. It's going to be 4th and short. So Lewiston, once again, Lewiston's defense has come up big here in the second half.
They've been playing well.
And Des Jackson will be back at the Lewiston 35-yard line to wait on this punt, if it is a punt. (23-6), Cheverus with the lead. Clock running with 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Ooh.
High snap. Punt is away. Not the best one. In fact, it's going to land at the 49-yard line. That'll be a 17-yard punt. Back at the 32 to the 49, yeah, 17-yard punt. Looked like it hit the foot kind of off to the side, slipped off, and fell forward. So Lewiston starts off with tremendous field position again. Still down by 3 scores, though. That missed 2-pointer hurt them, and the fact that they weren't able to score inside the 5 on the ensuing drive after getting the coffin fumble.
Yeah, that hurt them.
Really hurt them, too. Still time. Looks like Cortez is going to spread everybody out 5 wide again. Cortez back to pass, under pressure, throws it up, incomplete.
I don't know why they're doing this, unless they want to catch up early, quick.
I think that's got to be what it is at this point. They seem to have started to hurry up with the last couple of drives.
As good as that running game has been.
This is definitely a tough situation, too, for any quarterback. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I don't care if Russell Wilson's out there. Not easy to be running in the rain. Footballs just typically aren't meant to have good grip when they're wet.
Oblong spheroid. Tough to handle.
And that'll be Poussard up inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. We'll make it 3rd and about 3. They got to get to the 39-yard line for a first down here. Lewiston hanging around. Don't let the score fool you. They're down 23-0 at the half, but playing tough. Send Belanger in motion. Now they're going to hand it off to Beckwith, and he's going to be lucky to get the ball. Now it looks like the ball's
fumble.
loose. He never really didn't look like he had total control of it, and Cheverus will have the football. Never really looked like he had total control of it, and then he tried to engage tacklers while he was running, and that is always a recipe for a fumble, especially in weather like this. 10 minutes exactly remaining in the fourth quarter. Cheverus leads Lewiston at 23-6 here on the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week, and Jack Cassell will get the call from the sidelines, and I would expect to see a heavy dose of Max Coffin and Ryland Benedict here.
We don't see Coffin, I'll be surprised.
There's Benedict. He's
Nice
going to
run.
keep his legs moving forward, and he's going to get inside Lewiston territory, down to the 48-yard line, almost to the 47. Make it 2nd and short and get the clock running. If you're Cheverus here, I think you probably start taking as much time as you can on each play. Risk of injury any higher here when it gets to weather like this?
Oh, yes and no. I don't.
Depends on the type of injury.
Yeah.
Pitch, and that is going to be
nice
Coffin.
run by
He
Coffin.
hurdles over Belanger,
Nice run.
gets inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Wasn't so much of a hurdle.
Stepped over him.
I don't want to say he looked like Jesse Owens out there, but he definitely avoided it. It's like a dad trying to avoid Legos that are spread up all over the floor. You know, you just step over it, or you like to try to step over the baby gate. You know,
You
kind of
should
that
know
same
that
thing.
one.
Yeah, I definitely know that one. Nothing hurts more than stepping on a Lego. Nothing.
Oh,
I mean, there are quite a few things that probably do, but that's pretty bad. Coffin on the pitch has got a long ways to run down the left sidelines, and he's going to get tracked down at the 22-yard line. Good play there by Hunter Landry to save that from being worse, but it was still bad enough. Big chunk play there for the Stags and another first down. Clock stops with 9 minutes remaining while they move the chains. Cheverus leads Lewiston 23-6.
Matty Coffin's had a great game today.
Really has.
Yep, looks really good.
Going to go with that offset eye, and they're going to hand it off to Coffin. He's going to fall forward to the 21-yard line. Be a gain of 3, make it 2nd and 7. Friday night, we'll have playoff action for you on Maine's Big Z 92-7. As Oxford Hills, after beating Edward Little last night, will head down to Fitzpatrick Stadium in Portland to take on the Bulldogs. That'll be a 6:30 pregame on Maine's Big Z 92-7. Cheverus with the lead. 2nd and 7. Pitch faked. Benedict runs it up to the 11-yard line. More than enough for a first down.
See, we haven't seen that play very much. The pitch, the
old fake pitch there.
Yep.
I feel like that could be pretty effective.
It is today.
Especially with a team that over pursues on defense, you can really take advantage of, you take advantage of that over exuberance, then go back the other way. I mean, you saw that happen with Cheverus on the Lewiston touchdown. Over pursuing, and then you're able to come back on the
offset eye.
Reverse screen.
T. That's a T.
Handoff, Coffin. He's going to fall forward to the 6.
Been switching it up between the T and the I, and this formation that are running right now, we've called it offset I. It's basically a power, the power wing T. You put the wing and the dive back to the same side, and so you get 2 extra blockers on that side. And here we go again. Pitch to
Coffin inside the 5, and he's going to get met there. And the first person to meet him is going to be Cortez. Good play there by Cortez to string that out. No gain. Keeps the clock running. 6:50 remaining in the 4th quarter. Cheverus leads Lewiston by a score of 23-6.
But they're utilizing that extra blocker to that side. That's what they're trying to do. I'm sure that Lewiston will start compensating for that. Either move a linebacker to that side or move an extra lineman to that side. That's what they're doing. They're switching that lineman over.
3rd and 3. Coffin tiptoes into the end zone. Touchdown, Cheverus.
That should be the nail in the coffin right there.
29-6 now. Cheverus with the lead with 6:22 remaining in the 4th quarter.
You didn't hear that one.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Thanks a lot.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. It's not often that Coffin can put his own nail in, but yeah, here we are.
He did.
He did. It was very subtle what you did there, Coach. Very subtle.
Yeah, not bad.
You couldn't have used. It wouldn't quite have been as effective as it had been Benedict who scored that one.
No, couldn't have done it.
I don't think that would have worked.
Couldn't have said it.
Hard to get in to kick it, and splits the uprights. 30-6, Cheverus with the lead at Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. We'll be right back on Maine's Big Z 105.5 and AM 1240.
Cheverus did remember what got them down there. Coffin, Benedict. 2-headed monster. They should use them just like that. Inside, outside. You wouldn't think it would be like that. You would think it would be the other way around. That Benedict would be inside, Coffin outside, but they're So far, he's hurt him. Coffin's hurt him inside mostly. He's had a couple of runs outside, but
Welcome back. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Video stream is on mbr.org and is presented by OA. Cheverus has been taking body blows from Lewiston this entire second half, has managed to fend them off and just scored their own touchdown. It's now 30-6. Cheverus with the lead. 6:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hardigan will kick it away.
oh, nice kick.
And that'll go back to number 28, Poussard. Poussard's going to gain some yardage out past the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. And that is where the Blue Devils will take over.
He's certainly not
6 remaining in
bashful
the fourth.
carrying the football, is he?
Certainly not. Certainly not. Cortez in the shotgun. They're going to go the 5 wide. Back to pass. That is complete.
Brand new white uniform.
Yes, Jacob Strout. That'll not stay as a brand new white uniform for long.
Not if they continue to throw the ball around.
No. Another complete pass. That'll be out to Belanger, out to the 48-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 5:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Be a Lewiston first down, and Lewiston's starting to find the way here with the passing attack, although I think Cheverus might be laying off just a hair, kind of going into, I don't want to say a prevent defense, but softening it up a little bit to avoid the big play. Cortez does a good job of tracking that one down. Now he avoids some tacklers, or would-be tacklers, and gets into Cheverus territory down to the 47-yard line. And looks like Cheverus is going to take a timeout here and talk some things over.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout as well. 105.5 AM 1240. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
They've loosened up. They've loosened up a little bit too much. I think probably they want to have them step up a little bit.
Want to remind you that OA is our presenting sponsor for all these games. Ortho Access Clinic in Portland is Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. Are open 6 days a week. Find them online at orthoaccess.com. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Maine's Big Z 105.5 AM 1240.
Staying in that trips formation to the right, wide slot.
2nd and 5. And a nice play out there to get it out it's going to be Des Jackson. He's going to get up to the 45-yard line, and then there's going to be a flag, a late flag. We'll see what type of flag that is and who it's on. I don't think there's been a flag on Cheverus today, Coach.
I think you're right.
It looks like it's going to be a personal foul penalty on Lewiston. So Cheverus's streak is continuing here, no penalties, and that'll be the 3rd 15-yard penalty on Lewiston today. And
That negates the pass.
Certainly does. Gets a lot of the stuff that happened on this drive, too, because it moves them back all the way to their own 41-yard line with 5:04 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Talk about that field position again. Here it goes. Slipping back into it. You're going to have to wrestle those Seagulls if they move back any further.
Well, Seagulls really are not, they're not afraid of anything either.
No.
Like when people move over, they're just like, they shuffle down. They don't fly away.
No, they're hungry.
5 wide. Cortez back to pass.
Back.
He gets crunched. Just as he was about to let it go, He was set on to the deck. That was number 53, Anthony Perrone.
That's the second sacks that Cheverus has had.
Puts Lewiston back at their own 35-yard line and makes it 4th and a mile. Clock running with 4:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. I would assume Lewiston's going to punt here.
No.
Well, they're going to go for it. Five wide. Cortez under pressure. They're going to get a screen pass, a little middle screen to Poussard, to the 40, to the 45, to midfield, breaks a few tackles, gets into Cheverus territory inside the 45. He had to get to the 43 for a first down. Let's see where they mark him.
Yeah.
He might have gotten that. It's inside the 43. They're going to bring the sticks over?
Bring it in. Are they running? Is the time still running? No.
Clock has stopped with 3:52
First
remaining
down.
here. And they're going to call that a first down. 4th and 22. Huge play there by Poussard on a 4th and 22 screen pass. It was a good play there by Cortez, too, to get it over the defense. He had 4 guys that were bearing down on him. That's not easy to do either. All sorts of credit can go all the way around there.
Yep.
Cortez outside to Jackson. And he goes down the sidelines.
Uh-oh.
To the 20, to the
He's
15,
in.
to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Devils. 3:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. And it is now 30-12, Cheverus.
That was what, 38 yard, 39?
43, actually.
43.
43-yard screen pass. So you had 22 and 43 yards on back-to-back plays.
Yep.
And now Lewiston is going to take a timeout here. 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Very impressed with the fight in this Blue Devils squad, Coach.
Yeah, they're not. I told you they'd come out swinging.
They really would.
They,
Had a tough one
They've
last
shown-
week against Edward Little,
yeah,
which really affected the playoff seeding for
yes, it
them
did.
because they would have had a trip to Oxford Hills last night as opposed to a trip to Cheverus today. But
Yeah. Quite a difference.
of course, Oxford Hills won last night in overtime over Edward Little. Now out of the timeout, Cortez has everybody out 5 wide. Looks like he's going to run it himself, and he got in.
Yep.
Nathan Dunn tried to track him down before he got in there, but was not to be. 2-point conversion is good. Cheverus now leads 30-14. 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. It means Big Z 105.5 and AM 1240. Welcome back. Maine's Big Z, 105.5 AM 1240. Video stream is on mbr.org and is presented by OA. Lewiston trails Cheverus 30-14 with 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Now only down 2 scores, so
Too little, too
you're going
late,
to see
maybe.
the Oxford. I believe you see the onside kick here.
Everybody in the ballpark's expecting it, that's for sure. Cheverus has 10 guys up within 10 yards of.
It's like Nichols is going to
Over
do a
the
little
head.
pooch there, and
Yeah.
they didn't go with the onside kick. It was kick with a mid-range deep there to Dominic Casal. So Cheverus will take over with 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. I believe Lewiston has 1 timeout remaining. Looks like Cheverus is going to have a date with Wyndham next week at Wyndham. which would be a rematch of last week's game, which happened at Fitzpatrick Stadium. Oxford Hills will be taking on Edward Little Friday night. That'll be a 7 p.m. kickoff at Fitzpatrick Stadium. Casal leads his team up to the line. Benedict and Coffin behind him. Handoff is going to be to Coffin. He's going to keep his feet, get some yardage out to the 40-yard line, gain of 9.
On the trap again.
They've had all sorts of luck today with that trap.
Sure have. And it doesn't matter what Lewiston's in. Sometimes they have a guy on the nose. Sometimes they have the 2A gaps. It doesn't matter. They're trap blocking very well.
Cheverus breaks the huddle.
Loaded wing T again.
Handoff to Coffin.
Yeah.
And he's going to get the first down. He's going to get up to the 43-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 2:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. And I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up. One more first down here, and Cheverus will have themselves a win. You know, it's usually over when the spotter for the PA guy leaves. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-game show.
He's taken off, huh?
He was out of here.
Bolted.
He actually got to his cart too. They're like, here, you can go.
Yeah.
Clock continues to run. Now the
Same formation to the other side now.
30 to 14.
Loaded to the wing side.
Hand
Trap.
off to Coffin, and he got stuffed there.
Run the trap again.
Good play there by number 51, Keyshawn Green for Lewiston. And Lewiston's going to take one of their timeouts here with 2:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. That'll make it 2nd and long. Try to get you some scores from around the area as we can. I know Freiburg and Mountain Valley are playing in a playoff game right now out in Freiburg.
That's where Dave is, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah.
Dave and Ryan are out there. That's over on 100.7. Of course, you can listen online at mbr.org. It's like Marshwood leads Westbrook 19 to 14. That game is going on right now. Oceanside leads Foxcroft 21 to 7 at the half.
Whoa, whoa. So that's a little bit of an upset.
Cheverus
Another back to the eye now.
handed off to Benedict.
Oh,
and
stuffed him.
he gets stuffed. Lewiston is out of timeouts. It's going to be 3rd and long for Cheverus with 1:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. 30 to 14. Cheverus with the lead over Lewiston. It's 23 to nothing at the half. Lewiston had chances to get back into this. They got a touchdown on the opening drive to make it 23 to 6, and then Max Coffin fumbled the ensuing kickoff. Lewiston recovered, but they were unable to get into the end zone.
Loaded to T, loaded wing.
3rd and long. Pitch. Coffin. First down here would pretty much ice it. Instead, he's going to fall forward to about the 49-yard line. That'll make it 4th and about 5. I would assume Cheverus is going to let this go down about as far as it possibly can, and then they're going to punt it away. Content to head to Wyndham next week.
Yeah, well, that's a heads-up play, really, if you think about it. They're gonna wait until the back judge starts counting, probably. He's counting now, too.
And there is the
There's
timeout.
the timeout. Yeah, so they're going to milk the clock for as much as they can now.
We'll take a quick break on the radio side of things. We'll come back with more action. We'll keep it right here on the video side of things. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big C, 105.5 AM 1240.
Looks like they're going to punt, Matt.
Really does.
Yeah. 42 seconds to go.
Definitely want to thank all our sponsors one more time. OrthoAccess, our presenting sponsor, OA. Find them online at orthoaccess.com. Mechanic Savings Bank is our broadcast booth sponsor. Find them online at mechanicsavings.bank.com. Moody's Collision handles our collision of the game. Find them online at moodyscollision.com. mbr.org is your best resource for sports. Find them online at mbr.org. Sunday River Brewing Company, they're our pregame show sponsor. Find them in Bethel. SundayRiverBrewingCompany.com is the website. Affordable Water Treatment of Maine. Find them online at affordablewatertreatmentofmaine.com. Welcome back on the radio side of things. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber game of the week. Cheverus will punt it away out of the timeout, and that'll slide out of bounds. And would you believe that it completely stopped raining with 36.1 seconds
You
remaining?
called it.
Unbelievable.
You said it was.
I mean, it didn't start raining until right about kickoff.
Yeah, so it was stopped.
And it stopped right about 36.1 seconds remaining. I mean, it was literally, it was off and on again. And these players did a good job today. There weren't a ton of fumbles. There wasn't a ton of mistakes. You can see some really, really sloppy play in situations like this.
Had maybe 2 bad snaps and a couple of fumbles.
Didn't have that today. Outside of our soaked table, we're pretty good.
Yeah, no kidding. It got soaked. That's right.
I'm glad I went to the backup shoes today, Coach. That was a big key. They're going to go 5 wide. Cortez. Low snap. Out to pass. And they're going to run the old hook and ladder, but
A little too close to each other.
Belanger was a little too close to the sideline, so he
close to
steps
the
out of
sideline.
bounds, and then you're going to have an illegal procedure penalty on Lewiston just to add the insult to injury. 30
Sure.
seconds remaining, and it'll be 1st and 15. Cheverus has accepted the penalty, of course, so Lewiston will move
they
back
may
to the
be-
25-yard line.
I think they may be outflanking each other over there on that side on the illegal procedure. That makes the outside man, the man that caught the ball, ineligible.
Ah,
He's up on the line too far.
they send Jackson out to the far right. Now he's going to, actually, he was out to the, he was out to the right. Now he's going to go tight to the left. Cortez is going to go out in the Wildcat. Poussard will run it. He's going to run it up the middle. He's going to get that penalty yardage back, plus a couple.
They have no more timeouts, huh?
No more timeouts. I think that's going to be the final play of the game, actually.
That'll be it.
And that is going to do it. Lewiston came down to Bullis Stadium today and fought hard. They fought the rain. They fought Cheverus. But they are going to fall by a final of 30-14. Again, your final score, Cheverus 30, Lewiston 14. We'll take a very quick break, and we'll come back and wrap things up here at Bullis Stadium. You're listening to Maine's Big Z. Also want to thank all of our sponsors. Again, on the video side of things, our coin flip sponsors, Maine Athletic Fundraising. They're the right choice for your fundraising needs. No risk, no upfront costs, no minimums. Find out how they can help you today at maineaf.com. Video sponsors, OA, OrthoAccess is open 6 days a week for immediate assessment of sports activity-related injuries. Find them online at orthoaccess.com. Welcome back on the radio side of things. Maine's Big Z 105.5 AM 1240. Wrapping things up as Lewiston falls to Cheverus. 30-14 was your final. They were down 23-0 at the half. So definitely can say some cool things such as you outscored them in the second half, which was good, and definitely had chances in this one. So I would say there's some bright future ahead here for this Lewiston squad. They've done some good things this year.
Like we said, they don't give up. And that's a big plus.
Really is.
Beckwith and Poussard, quarterback, they all did a nice job, and they're all back, aren't they?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Poussard had 11 carries in the second half. One pass for touchdown. Coffin had 11 carries, and Benedict had 6. So they controlled the second half a little bit more than. I'm sorry, not as much as they did the first half. Lewiston had a better production the second half than they did the first, obviously.
Certainly did. I want to thank everybody who made this game possible today, our sponsors. And, of course, I want to thank Tyler Farnham on the camera, who helped us video stream this game on mbr.org. I want to thank Miles Sullivan back at the Gleason Media Palatial State Studios in Auburn for getting us on the air on Maine's Big Z, 105.5 at AM 1240. And Mike Haley and Matt Boutwell wrapping up with you here. Again, your final score. Lewiston sees their season come to an end here at Bullis Stadium in the rain. They fall to Cheverus 30-14. We will catch you next week. Make sure you stay tuned to mbr.org or to mainsbigz.com for a full playoff schedule. We'll catch you next time. Let's go back to the music. Maine's Big Z.